So when people are threatened by you, they're only threatened by you because you're that damn good, because your shine is so bright, because you're so exceptional at what you do. It's a compliment, it's not a negative thing, so don't take it negatively. But what people do when they're threatened by you, they do the only thing that they can do. They spread gossip and they spread rumors and they say horrible things about you because they're not in the same league as you to compete with you. They cannot stand on the same podium as you. So you leave them be. Your job is not to focus on them. You focus on where you're going and you focus on the people who push you to the front of the line because they know what you carry. They know the talent you have, the gift you have, the skills you have. So you focus on that. Let me know what you think. My name is CJ Benjamin, always in the mood to make it right.
A lot of times, the reason why you're getting that weird energy from people is because they see you as competition. This is one of those things that took me embarrassingly long to realize. I've talked about this before, but it's called a zero-sum mindset, which means that they see your wins as a loss for themselves. And you'll start getting weird energy from them because of that. You'll start experiencing these weird side comments, insults disguised as jokes, unsupportive behavior. And the reason why you could never really pinpoint why the energy was weird, it's because they were in a one-sided competition with you. You're not thinking with that mindset, and so it's not making sense to you. You leave the encounter and you're just like, that was weird. And they leave the encounter thinking about whatever it is they're competing for. And like always, I recommend cutting them off, because you can literally be the most non-threatening person ever, but if they are living in their insecurities and it is telling them that you are a potential threat, they'll just keep convincing themselves that their actions are justified. And that's why you just keep pushing and doing you. And you'll always win this competition because you're busy working on yourself and they're busy trying to tear people down.
One thing's for certain and two things for sure. Everybody want to kick it when you ain't a threat. Megan Thee Stallion said it best, because if that's not the truth, I don't know what is. Because when you're not a threat to people, people don't mind hanging around you. They don't mind including you. They don't mind inviting you out. They don't mind being in your face. They don't mind congratulating you. They don't mind, just being all about you. But as soon as you become a threat, that's when people start acting funny, acting weird. They start, just being a little shysty and wishy-washy when they come to you. That's how you know you a threat off top. As long as you're a yes man and you're abiding by everybody and their rules when it comes to how they want you to be and how you move and how you smell and how you dress and how you talk, when they can control your every move because you're not a threat to them, they'll love you. They'll love every bit of you. But once you become a threat, you become too much for them.
People will love you, but not more than that they love themselves. People will want the best for you, but not more than what they want for themselves. And sometimes we have to understand that we need to change our circle when we have a glow up in our lives. And that's pretty much okay. Some people will want you where you are forever, and they will refuse to see you better than them. And when you become better than them, they will think in their head, oh, I could have done that, but I didn't take the calculated risk or the risk needed to reach where she reached already, where she won already. I want that for myself, but because I am too fragile, too weak, I cannot go and get what she got. Why? Because I don't have the guts to do that. You're a mirror to them. People love you until they feel threatened by you. They will support you, but not more than how they do with themselves. And they will hate on you the moment you change the way that you look, the moment you lose weight, the moment you're having a glow up, a success, the moment you're having a good relationship, the moment you're having a happy life. If they don't have that, they will change on you, specifically if you used to struggle within that area in your life. They will say you're have an ego, you changed, maybe because you didn't change. It's just you had a glow up, that's all. And they will get up all these stories within their head and they will make up a story and tell themselves this is you. And that's none of your business.
When you're someone of intrinsic value and you don't care about how others perceive you and you don't depend on people's validation, you become a threat to insecure people simply for the fact that you exist. Insecure people are always trying to get attention and doing everything in their power to get attention. But when you are focused on yourself and you are in your own lane and you feel good about yourself, you draw a lot of silent attention, which is way more powerful than loud attention. Hear me loud and clear. This is going to piss off a lot of people because the majority of the people in this world that we're living in today are focused on keeping up with an appearance that isn't really them. They rely on people's validation. They constantly need to be praised and they care so much about how others perceive them. So they'll look at you like there's something wrong with you because you're different. You stand out. People do not like when you're quiet, when you mind your own business, and you don't care to be seen or heard from. When you don't try to fit into society and you're able to walk alone, you will stir up a lot of resentment, envy, and hate because you're someone that's very powerful. A person that is mysterious and is able to control their tongue is more powerful than someone that just blurts out everything that is on their mind. Those are the people that can be read like an open book. But it's so much wiser to keep them guessing. Never level yourself down to make someone like you or make someone feel comfortable around you. If you live life constantly depending on people to prop you up, you will never elevate to where you want to be in life. And do you know why that is? Because you're focused on external validation rather than internal growth, and therefore no internal growth equals no personal growth.
The version of you that makes it will be hated by people that watched you struggle but never helped. The version of you that makes it will be hated by people that watched you struggle but never helped. The version of you that makes it will be hated by people that watched you struggle but never helped. And you need to be ready for that because some of the people who are in your life right now, watching you grind, watching you sacrifice, watching you fight for something that they don't quite understand, they're not going to celebrate when you win. Unfortunately, they're going to resent it because your success will be a mirror. It'll reflect back what they could have done but didn't, what they could have supported but chose not to. And instead of being proud of you, they'll be threatened by you. And that's not your problem. That's just their confession. So no matter what, just keep going because the right people will find you on the other side. Congrats, you finished the video. Make sure you follow me so you don't miss the next one. I'm just the messenger.
These are some things people will do when they're threatened by you, when they find you a threat. Number one, they will not acknowledge you. They'll show you no type of acknowledgement. They'll even go as far as pretending they don't even see you. You could be standing right in front of them or right next to them, and they'll pretend like they don't even see you. That is the first sign and first way to tell when someone is intimidated by you. Like, they'll pretend not to see you, not to notice you. They will try to turn people against you, make people not like you, and try to click up and group up with other people that they know or think might not like you. They'll try to basically change people's perceptions of you and try to make other people not like you as well. This happens a lot in the workplace as well. Like, they need groups. They need a group of people to not like you with them. If there's a group of people that do not like you and you've never did anything to them, never spoke to them, chances are they are intimidated by you. And you're obviously a threat because it's just you versus a group of people. Like, why do y'all need 3 people against 1 person? I must be like, I'm a threat. They will expose your mistakes, but they're silent about your successes. Like, they'll talk about all the mistakes you're doing and everything you've ever did wrong or done wrong, or they'll talk about anything bad when it comes to you. But when you're doing positive, when you're winning, when you're being successful, they will not mention it. They're as quiet as a mouse. You won't ever hear them bring up anything good that you're doing or accomplishing, but They'll talk about you with your family members, other family members, about the bad you're doing or did, but they won't bring anything up good that you're doing. They won't bring up any of your successes and what you've accomplished. Or even when you're speaking to somebody, they'll always point out the wrong and the flaws in what you're doing or what you've done, but they won't acknowledge any of your successes. Won't acknowledge it, pretend like it never happened. And the last thing is, they will have more than you and still envy you. They'll still be jealous of you. I don't understand how people don't get this concept. People can have more than you and still be jealous of you and still hate on you. Like, you could have all the designer and all the money in the world, but that doesn't buy what's in here. Like, there will be people that have more than you, that's in a better position than you, better predicament than you, but they'll still hate on you because they see your light, they see your ambition, they see how people just gravitate towards you, or how you're able to do certain things with ease. Like, sometimes it's not always about looks. Like, it's not always about, even the materialistic stuff, sometimes it's not about that.
And one thing about it, when someone feels threatened by you, they can never let people compliment you in peace. Like, I used to have a friend like this, but every single time we would go out, she would notice that random strangers would go up to me and tell me that I'm gorgeous and I need to be a model. And like, she couldn't handle that, bro. Like, it was so bad to the point where she would bully other people into giving her a pity compliment too. So like, if a random stranger went up to me and was like, oh my gosh, like, your skin is so beautiful, like, you need to be a model, she would literally be like, oh, so what, am I invisible? Oh, so like, you're just gonna act like I'm not standing right here? And then they would be like, oh, well, yeah, you look good too. And it's like, damn, bitch, like, you couldn't just let them compliment me in peace? Like, fuck.
If you really want to see who feels threatened by you, watch how they treat you in private versus how they act when there's an audience. This switch up is going to tell you everything that you need to know. Once you realize that insecure people don't just exist around you, they perform around you, you'll understand why they tear you down, why they try to one-up you, why they try to embarrass you in front of others. And that's because it's the only way they feel bigger than you in that moment. And if you really want to get to the root of it, pay attention to what they choose to attack. Whether it's your confidence, your appearance, your lifestyle, none of it is random. It's projection coming from within.
All right, please know that very often when a person mistreats you, it is because they think that you're better than them. They see you as a threat, and therefore they're trying to shift the power dynamics. This is a classic defense mechanism of very, very insecure people who cannot handle being around someone who they perceive as better than them. And it is not that you're thinking that you're better than them. It is them who are seeing you as a threat. So if someone is being rude to you, if they're disrespecting you, and you're thinking to yourself, what, I've never done anything to this person. Why are they like that? Just know that this is the reason and take it as a compliment.
At my big age of 29, I have finally realized that no matter how small I personally make myself, there is someone who will always be threatened by me. And that is not my problem. So I will no longer be shrinking myself for the comfort of others. You can be uncomfortable. That's your problem.
Some of you need to hear this. People will love you until they feel threatened by you. The moment you start leveling up, growing, evolving, people will start feeling uncomfortable. That's because you're holding up a mirror to their fears and their insecurities. It shows up as judgment, criticism, distance. But let's make one thing clear. It's not about you, it's about their own limitations. Your growth challenges their comfort zone, and that's all it is. So don't stop, keep going, keep growing, and the right people won't feel threatened. They will celebrate you every step of the way. Remember, you're not here to fit their narrative, you're here to create your own.
The areas in you that come under attack are the places where your gifts and your power live. If the source of your power is confidence, the attacks will look like humiliation or ridicule. If it's your sex appeal, the attacks will look like shaming you. If it's your authenticity, the attacks will look like isolation to pressure you into conformity. If it's your perception, they'll attack your sanity. If it's your intuition, they'll attack your ability to trust yourself. If it's your empathy, they'll attack you with guilt. If it's your voice, they'll attack your credibility. If it's your influence, they'll attack your reputation. If it's your beauty, they'll attack your worth.
Things people do when they're threatened by you, but they really don't want you to know. They are going to compliment you, but then criticize you right after. Think of it like a sandwich. They're going to tell you something good about yourself, and then some small criticism, and then maybe another thing good about yourself, because they don't want you to know what they're doing, which is throwing in that small little criticism to make you feel bad about yourself, without making them look like they're jealous or threatened. The next thing is they're going to steal your ideas and pretend like it's their own. They want to steal what you have and try to convince everyone else that it's them so that they can take credit for your greatness. Next thing is they support you in private but not in public. They want you to think they support you, but they can't support you publicly because then everyone's going to know where they get their ideas from. Next one, they will ask you a lot of questions, specifically about your plans or how you accomplished something, but then say nothing about themselves. These people are the worst because they're around you to study you and collect data and see how they can be you or try to be better than you. And another thing that people do when they're really threatened by you is they'll suddenly become experts in whatever it is you're doing. They want to feel like, yeah, I already got there first, been there, done that. It's really just them inserting superiority over the thing that threatens them. You. Next one is my favorite one. They always will bring up someone who's doing better. There's always a random person that they think you should look up to or ask for advice from. It's a sad attempt at trying to humble you because they're threatened by you. People that are threatened by you will always try to give you advice that you didn't ask for. It's because when they feel threatened, they feel the need to insert this superiority over you, humble you a little bit. And it's always, don't take this the wrong way, but if you do this or you should do this, okay? They're just trying to throw you off game so that they can feel and look like they are superior to you. Really confident people aren't going to go out of their way to try to give you advice that you didn't ask for. They're going to let you figure it out on your own. In fact, that's what I do. I see people messing up all the time and I mind my business. I think to myself, they will figure it out on their own, okay? Let me know if I should make a part 2 because there's even more things I could say about this. As always, I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.
One thing I had to realize the hard way is when people are threatened by your potential, when people are threatened by who you could be, when people are threatened by your future, right? They will exclude you. They will not include you in things and they will not invite you, right? And a lot of times this feels like rejection, so you could take it personally. But to be honest, I see this as a blessing because now you have time to step into that potential that they were afraid of. So when they come back, you won't need them.